Why is it so much? Is it worth it? Probably not. Today we're going to talk about all of the makeup brands that I personally want to try in 2022. These are brands that I have never tried a product from before. I have my eyes on the prize with them. I am dying to pick them up and get my hands and see what these products are all about. So hopefully that sounds interesting to you. If it does, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. Now, if you watched my makeup resolutions for 2022, you know that I'm really trying to slow down the makeup purchasing this year and really be conscious about the products that I bring into my collection. Are they something that I truly want to try? And make sure that I'm not bringing in products where I'm like manic makeup purchasing, or just products that I'm like, I don't even really want to try this, but I feel like it'll get me like views on YouTube or something like that, because that's silly to me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for like just to play with makeup that I truly love, you know what I mean? But in saying all of that, I do have quite a few brands that I have had my eye on. Actually, I think I've got like a list here. I think I've really honestly had my eyes on these brands for the longest time, longer than even nearly a year, and the passion just keeps growing to want to try them. But they're a little bit more of an expensive brand for me, or it's more so that I want to try so much of the brand at one time that I kind of like need to save my money to kind of get everything that I want. I mean, yes, I could add little bits and pieces here and there, but some of these I really just want to get all of the products that I want to get at one time kind of thing. So let's get into this. But before we do, the question that I want to ask you guys is, what is one brand that you are dying to try this year? Like, what is the one brand that's on your list that you're like, you know, before it hits the 1st of January 2023, I want to have tried this particular brand? Let me know in the comments down below. I would really be interested in hearing, because I want to get some ideas as well. The first brand that I'm going to actually get out of the way is a brand that I actually have already tried. It's a brand that I'm wearing all over my face right now, and I do have a full review coming on this brand. However, I'm including it because it was absolutely on my list of brands to try for this year, and I've just already happened to have done it, and it is Lys Beauty. Lys Beauty has been something I have been dying to try for the longest time, ever since it got released on the Sephora US website. But obviously in Australia, we don't have access to a lot of the brands, so I haven't been able to get my little hands on it. And then it got released on Cult Beauty. As soon as I saw this brand get released on Cult Beauty, I was like, that is it. I grabbed everything I could, and I have been testing it for the last 2 weeks, and then finally felt comfortable enough with the products to film my review today. So that will be up very shortly, so keep an eye out. Make sure you subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but Lys Beauty was just, I loved the packaging. I loved the whole like triangle vibes, etc. that the brand has. It was really intriguing to me. The brand's had really, really good reviews. Everyone seems to love the products. It's a really, really good price point. It's vegan, it's cruelty free, it's black owned, it's inclusive. It really just hits all the boxes for me, where I was like, yeah, this is a brand that I absolutely want to try and I'm dying to try. And I'm not going to spoil it at all. I picked up one of every product, and you will have to wait and see. But if you want to know, I am wearing all of the products today on my face. Next up on the brand train for 2022, this is actually the brand that I want to try the most. If I don't get to try any of the other brands, I'll be fine. This is the one brand that this year I am like, give me everything. Give me everything. And I've been like this for some time, but it is an expensive brand, and she keeps releasing new products that I'm like, keep adding to it. And yeah, this is one of those brands I should probably really just be like, okay, just get a couple of things and like suck it up. But like, honestly, I want everything, and then I keep adding more to the list, and that is Beckham Beauty. I am dying to try this brand, you guys. I feel like this brand will 100% be for me. I hope it is. It's just a feeling. I have watched a lot of reviews, and I know a lot of people really highly rate her brand, but I feel like I'm gonna vibe with it. It's the aesthetic, the packaging, and the aesthetic of the brand is stunning. It's that luxury level of makeup I personally am looking for. I think when I did my everyday makeup, you guys were like, oh wow, you're like, a couple of you, like, your everyday makeup is really bougie. And I'm like, I never even actually thought about it, to be honest with you. But yeah, like 99% of my makeup is high-end luxury makeup, because honestly, it is the one area of my life that I splurge in, and it brings me the most joy, and it's just what I love. It just is. It doesn't mean that drugstore makeup is any less of a product or anything like that. It is not. but I love me some luxury makeup. It is where my little heart sings, okay? So I just see Victoria Beckham Beauty and I'm like, yep, give it to me, all of it. Give it to me, all of it. And the problem that I'm having is just narrowing it all down. Like currently my order is like 600 Australian dollars and I'm like, that is ridiculous and I have to save for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm honestly just saving for it. I want one of everything, two of some of them. She released those new Kajal liners and she released the color Olive and I am dying to get that. I may even just pick that up before the rest of the other products that I want because that color looks so unique and beautiful and I know I would wear that so often. I just want so much in the brand. The eyeshadow pots, there's like 4 colors that I really want in those cream eyeshadow pots. I want all of the eyeliners. I want all of the lipsticks. I'm not going to get them all. Trust me, I will have to control myself. The cream blushes, there's a couple of those that I want. I want the expensive primer because why is it so much? Is it worth it? Probably not, but I still want it. The mascara, the lip liners, all of it. The bronzer is like $100. It is so expensive and I want to know why. Is it worth the money? And I hope so when I spend it on it eventually. But yeah, that's a splurge and that's a save for me because I have other things like I'm saving for a new camera, etc. right now. So it'll probably be later on down the track that I'll try it, but it's so far up there and I'm dying to try it. If you can't tell from that very long-winded speech of me saying how much I want to try it. The next brand that I have my eyes on, I actually have the products sitting in my cart. I'm just waiting to kind of justify the order in some way, shape or form, and that is Rowan Beauty. I don't know what it is about those quads. You know, I don't super always get drawn to a quad, but there is something about those Rowan Beauty quads that say to me, Martina, I feel like you need to have these in your life. That is exactly what it is. Especially the 1111 quad. 1111 is a special number to me in general, but when I see that coupled with the fact that it's just so stunning, it's tones that I would wear, the formula looks super intriguing to me. I just am like, this is something that I need to have eventually. So I do have it in my cart. If you are wondering, if you're from Australia, you can pick up Rowan Beauty at Vive Beauty. And I just am like, I could get it, honestly, I really could, but I'm trying to show some control. I have so much new makeup in my collection right now, I'm trying to enjoy that, and I'll bring it in at a point where I'm like, okay, I feel like I've played with this, I want to bring in something new. But it is there. And there's actually a couple of their quads that I want, and also they release brushes, and I'm intrigued because their brushes just look really beautiful. I'm a sucker for a brush. I would love to try them, and I also want to try their liquid lip balms because that's just very intriguing to me as well. So yeah, Rowan Beauty. Next up on the list is one that again has been on my list for probably 2 years, I think, and that is Danessa Myricks. No, she's been on my list longer than that, almost 4-ish, maybe more years, because I remember when I started my Instagram page back in the day, 4 or 5 years ago, I can never remember. She was actually she was a makeup artist on there, and she had a lot of a smaller following than what she has now. She has exploded over the last like 4 years, and that's it. She deserves it because she's amazing. And I remember back then I used to comment on every single one of her pictures and her videos. Like, her style was so inspirational to me, and I used to comment, and she would comment back herself every single time and say thank you and how, you know, like answer any questions I had or whatever. She's such a sweetheart, and I've wanted to try her brand for a really long time. I've held back a little bit just because with my hooded eyes, those color fixes have made me nervous. I don't know if they are going to crease on my hooded eyes, etc. And same with a lot of the other products. I know she's really a big fan of that dewy, glowy skin, and for so long I haven't been a fan of that, but now my preference is changing. I feel like I might pick up quite a few of her products now and really vibe with them a lot more, whereas beforehand I think my makeup style was so different, it wasn't like gonna work as well. I just feel like I wasn't in that spot, but now I am. But her as a person, she is just amazing. She's such an exceptional, talented makeup artist. Like, she's mind-blowing to watch. So yeah, Danessa Myricks, she's high on the list this year. Next up is a very, very, very expensive brand. And the reason why I haven't tried this brand yet is because they are so expensive. And that is Chantecaille. I want to try everything from Chantecaille that badly. That blurring powder is so high on my list. I want to try their foundation. I want to try literally everything, you guys, especially their lip products. But my God, they are expensive, especially in Australian dollars. Like, it's $115 to get that blurring powder, and it's just, it's a lot. Like, I love luxury makeup, I love it, but it's still expensive and I still have to consider like my budget, etc. So I will slowly pick it up, especially now that I am earning a little bit of money like with YouTube, and as that grows, I really just put all of that money back into investing in my channel. So I feel like now I will be able to justify it a lot more and be like, you know, my channel is sponsoring this. I really look at my channel like a little business, you know what I mean? So that is good, but I also, like I said, I want to save for a camera, etc. first, so down the line. But it just looks incredible. I love, again, although they just got sold, which makes me really sad that they sold, because I don't know who they got sold to. If anyone knows, let me know, but it would have been a bigger conglomerate company kind of thing, obviously. And always, always, always the quality usually goes down, and that just that little unique specialness that the brand always has pre being sold to a big company, it always seems to just, it just changes it. So I'm hoping that that's not the case with Chantecaille especially, but we'll see, we'll see. But I would still love to try the brand as is, and hopefully, actually maybe I should pick up their products sooner rather than later, because they're going to be like the true products under like this brand instead of the umbrella brand. Anyway, let me ponder that. The next brand on the list is BK Beauty. I really didn't know a lot about BK Beauty, if I'm honest, until I started really watching Kate the Great, which was like 2 years ago now, I think it was. And obviously like Michelle Wong uses her brushes a lot, as well as Britt Clark. And then I don't know, I just saw them getting more and more exposure over the last year especially, and then they released those lip products, and I was like, I think I watched 5 videos where I put a lot of YouTube videos on in background while I work, because I work from home. It like makes me feel like I have people here, you know what I mean? And I remember I would like catch over while someone was doing their lip, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what is that lip product? And every single time without fail, it was those BK lip products or those BK lip liners, and I was like, I need to try this. I need to try it. So I am definitely like got my eyes on all of the BK lips and lip liners, and also the BK Beauty brush sets, because they look amazing. They look so soft and fluffy on the skin, and also the shape of them look like they'd be really well suited to hooded eyes, and like I really like the look of the face brushes. So yeah, they're very, very, very high on my list this year to try, especially because not everyone loves to use natural hair brushes, and I totally get that. So I like to try a lot of vegan like bristle brushes to kind of see which one's the best one out there as well. Last but not least, we have Vive Beauty. So Vive Beauty is owned by Jamie Genevieve, again, another influencer around here that I've been watching for a very, very long time. I love Jamie Genevieve. She is just, is she not one of the most beautiful girls in the entire world? Like, what the hell? I honestly stare at her in her videos and I'm like, who are you? What planet did you actually come from? She is so beautiful. She's so beautiful, but also her brand looks really lovely. I love that she's kind of created just a very chic aesthetic, but still feels very her. Like, you feel like when you look at the products, it just feels like something that she would release, whereas like, okay, no shade to like Jaclyn Hill, for example, but some of the products she's released, I'm like, that doesn't feel like you. Whereas like, I feel like with Jamie, it really does feel like her brand. It's very cohesive. The products make sense. And I can't wait to try them. They honestly look stunning. The only reason, again, that I haven't is just money and other products coming out over it that's like caught my interest a little bit more. I think so far the eyeshadow palettes that she has released are probably not as much something that I just can justify picking up right now, because I do have those tones so many times in my collection. But I'm really intrigued to see what she comes out with next, because the products look stunning, just stunning. And that lip do, I really want the lip do, and like the face primer looks gorgeous, and just all of it. And I know Britt Clark says that they are just like hands down one of the most underrated brands, so I need to try them. It's a must. It's a must. So that is it. That is the 7 brands this year that I am dying to get my hands on. Obviously one of them I already have, which is very exciting. I only have 6 left to go. I am really excited to pick up these brands over time and really like get a lot of the products and try them out and put them to the test. Let me know in the comments as well which one you would be interested to see the most. I think for me, Victoria Beckham Beauty has got to be one of the first ones. I don't know if my willpower for that brand can even hold out much longer, if I'm completely honest with you, because it's just so beautiful. All of them are beautiful, let's be real here. But yeah, they're my top brands. I do have other companies that I've got my eyes on. I know a lot of you guys want me to pick up a lot more indie brands, and I would love to. It's just that the indie brand shipping is really, they either don't ship to Australia, or it can be really, really, really expensive where it's like not worth it. So again, maybe that can be something that I look at like down the track when my YouTube channel is bringing in a little bit more money, etc. Because right now it's hard. Like the cost of shipping is usually well and truly way more than the products themselves. So yeah, and then it's all in US dollars usually, so it's like even more expensive, you know. But yeah, I do love me some indie brands, don't you worry. I think especially indie brand eyeshadows and their color stories are always so unique and never what's out there already on the market. So I do have my eyes on them as well. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below. You know I love hearing from you. If you're here until this point, you know I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye!